Call of Duty has lost its identity. Now, I made a similar video about Call of Duty Zombies a few weeks ago. I'll link it down in the description. I highly recommend you check it out. But now I want to talk about Call of Duty as a whole and how over the past few years it has lost its core identity. The identity of Call of Duty was always an arcade shooter, but it was a somewhat serious arcade shooter, right? Probably up until Modern Warfare 2, even Black Ops 3, there was hints of like goofiness here and there, but it was never reached the point of where it's at now until around, a few years ago, Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty always had customization. It had a lot of customization for the past 10 years, and customization is good for the most part, and I feel like as long as it is era specific, it belongs in the game. Like you have spacesuits in Infinite Warfare, but that belongs because that's this whole setting of Infinite Warfare is being in space, so you need spacesuits. So it makes sense that you have robots in spacesuits. Black Ops 3, I feel like for the most part, it fit in with the era. Even if you had like a silly, goofy costume here and there, it still fit in with the game. Like it didn't feel so out of place. Same way with Advanced Warfare, you had all these exosuits, and even like the gingerbread man and whatever, the clown, it's a little goofy, but like it doesn't take you out of the immersion. Like you still feel like you're in this advanced war. I feel like Ghost actually did customization the best way. There was a ton of options and they all fit in with the setting, and it shows that people like customization, and customization doesn't have to be outrageous in order for people to want it and to strive to get it. And today you want to be able to earn it in game, but you'd still buy it. And if Ghost came out today, people would buy all that customization. It was solid customization and it didn't break immersion, and I feel like that's the best kind. And now with the release, I think it may have even started with 2019 Call of Duty, where we started getting a lot of licensed properties. I mean, we got licensed stuff before in collaborations, but it was never to the extent as it was in Modern Warfare 2019, and I attribute this to the Fortnite effect. If you also haven't seen that video, I recommend you watch it. And that was really the beginning of the end. It started off with horror characters, which, fits in with Call of Duty, and we had it before. It fits in with the whole theme of Call of Duty. I feel like it does at least. But then we slowly devolve into madness over the next 6 years. TMNT, The Boys, 21 Savage, Nicki Minaj, Crash Bandicoot, FIFA, NBA, Lara Croft. Those are just a few of the collaborations I could list off the top of my head, and some of them could work, but other ones like Nicki Minaj in full pink does not work in a Call of Duty game. If you put her in like tactical gear and like a full on like black suit or something like that could work. Like they're just normal people, so it's like not as offensive. And even the skins as they are, I feel like aren't as bad as what I'm about to mention. Like this is like the tip of the iceberg. This doesn't really like fully break immersion. I feel like it's still there. You can make this stuff work. It's like whatever. It's a little bit annoying seeing it to some people, but it still works. It could still fit in with the setting. My second biggest problem is the animal ones. The animal ones have no place in here. It looks so ugly. They're so out of place. And then you just see it, like you load into zombies and you just see one of your crew members is a shark. It's like, what the hell are we doing, man? And there is so many of them. I feel like there's more animal skins than there is like actual just normal tactical skins in the game, like actual Milsim skins. And the Milsim skins, they don't even seem like they care about what era they're in. Like they could be in like from 2050 and they're in a Cold War game, or they're in a game that takes place like 10 years after the Cold War, which I feel like Call of Duty has just completely ignored the eras that they've been in the past few years, especially when we have like Warhammer characters running around and angels and devils running around during like the 90s. And then I also seen people pick out from skins that there's equipment that wasn't even made until like the 2000s, and they're inside of a 90s game, which I just thought was interesting. But the worst offender of anything by far is the cell shading of the skins. I hate cell shading skins. I hate when there's clashing art styles inside of a game. Fortnite is a terrible offender of this. I hate cell-shaded skins in Fortnite. They look horrible. They look ugly. They do not match with the rest of the skins. And especially in a game like that, you could have like a somewhat realistic take or fit those characters into your art style. You don't need to bring those characters' art style into the game. I feel like it's a lack of creativity in a sense. And with Call of Duty, you really notice it. You have fucking cartoon characters running around with Milsim operators. Like, it looks terrible. It just takes you out, and you're just like, a lot of the times you're just like, what the hell is this, man? What am I even playing? At least with like Seth Rogen running around and 21 Savage, they're still normal people. They still have the art style. They're not these giant creatures with oversized heads and ugly shaded skins just running around. It looks so bad. One comparison I could think of, and what I'm actually really worried about, is if like in the next Star Wars game we have, like, say we're in the Clone Wars era, we're on Naboo, and we have a Clone Wars from the cartoon, we have a Clone Trooper from a cartoon, and then we have a Clone Trooper from episode 2. And you just have those two clashing art styles in the same game. Like, that would be so ugly and so immersive breaking. Like, I probably wouldn't even play the game at that point. I truly don't understand why they bought cel shaded skins. They didn't need to do that. They could have easily fit these characters or tried to have like a proper art take and their own art style instead of having to bring cel shading into the game. Cel shading is horrible. It's ugly. I don't know why anybody likes it, especially in a game that's realistic. I mean, if it's a game that like the whole game is cel shaded, that's fine. Like, that makes sense, obviously. But in a game where this is supposed to be in the 90s and you just have anime characters running around, it's immersive breaking. It looks ugly, and I don't know. I don't have any other words to describe it. Call of Duty is focused more on collaborations than its own game, it feels like, at this point. They care more about selling skins than they do about just having a good feeling of the game. There's only bundles now. You can't earn any more gear. I mean, you could still earn weapon skins, but who knows how long that'll be until gold weapons will be locked behind a battle pass or locked behind an unlock. Like, hey, you want to unlock gold skins, you have to pay $10 and you get permanent unlocks to all the gold skins if you earn them after you pay for them. So now you're paying $70 for a game, and then if you want certain weapons and you want certain content, you have to pay $10 for each battle pass. But if you want the cool looking skins in the battle pass, you have to pay $30 for the black cel shaded battle passes. And if you want like cool event items, you also have to pay for the black cel. And if you don't have the time to grind all this, well, then you have to buy tiers for those events and for the battle passes. Oh, you see a skin you like in the shop? Well, there's another $25. So in a $70 game, you could easily pay $200 plus for like 5 different items. That's absurd. And it's not like these Call of Duties are playable forever. Like, you could still hop onto Black Ops 3 and find matches, but like, you try to load into like Modern Warfare 2019, you're gonna get so many issues trying to load into that game, and you can't play that version of Warzone anymore. So a lot of the skins you bought in that game become obsolete. So you're paying all this money for a game that's only a 1-year life cycle, and your skins don't transfer over. Maybe you'll have 1 year where they do transfer over, but that's only 1 year. So you get 2 years of a game. Or if you buy a skin in Fortnite, at least, that skin's going to be there until Fortnite's dead. So you have it forever. You could use it forever. These Call of Duty skins, it's almost like they have an expiration date. And it's not like they're cheap either. These things are $25 for a skin that you're probably going to have to rebuy a similar one to in the very next Call of Duty. I feel like it's just very frustrating. Call of Duty has become this huge cash cow, more so than it already was, and it makes you not want to play it in a sense. Like, why would I want to play a game where your skins expire, you have to buy all the battle passes, and on top of having all that system, you have to pay $70 for the game itself? I feel like it's just almost not even worth it loading into Call of Duty anymore. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Call of Duty lost its identity? Are you having fun with Call of Duty? Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.